This how you dress when you're comfortable, you feel me? We're about to get real comfortable right now because I'm about to react to Cultureholic's top 10 greatest WWE pay-per-views of all time. I'm interested to see this because we're talking only 10 best pay-per-views ever. So, I mean, there have been a lot of good WWE pay-per-views. So, for 10 of them, I'm going to see what they have, man. Cultureholic, shout out to them, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to them, man. One of the best platforms on the wrestling content YouTube platform. So, please make sure to check that out. But also, please make sure to subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notifications for this channel to be updated with all wrestling content and to be updated when we go live every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time zone for the No Name Wrestling Podcast, man. So I'm excited for this, man. If you guys want to see more reaction videos like this, leave in the comment section below of things you want me to react to. So this is going to be interesting. Top 10 best WWE pay-per-views ever. Keyword ever. Whew, man, you know what? I'm interested to see what they got on this list, man. I'm interested to see what they got. Big shout out to Cultureholic too, man. One of the best content creating YouTube channels for pro wrestling content has been for some years, man. So if you're not giving them a follow, you definitely got to follow them. But let's see if I agree or disagree with this list.
Who's ever join us? Number 10, In Your House, Canadian
Stampede.
Yes, we are very
Before
much
I go, I'm gonna
attuned
let
to
him
our cut-price
speak.
In Your House pay-per-views that WWE presented during the mid-90s. The best of the bunch was Canadian Stampede, which took place in the Calgary Saddle Dome on July 6, 1997. The four-match card was a resounding 4 for 4.
Vince and the
starting
Cowboy
with
Hat,
Hunter,
crazy.
Helmsley, and Mankind going to a double countout after a stirring scrap. The Great Sasuke then defeated his Japanese counterpart Taka Michinoku in an exhilarating high-flying affair that suggested WWE's light heavyweight division may in fact be able to compete with WCW's cruisers. They couldn't, turns out, but this was great stuff regardless. The Undertaker then beats Vader to retain the world title in a surly hoss fight before the all-star 10-man tag team main event. In it, the Hart Foundation, Brett Owen, Jim Neidhart, Brian Pillman, and Davey Boy Smith joined forces to take down Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock, Goldust, and the Legion of Doom.
Crazy team right there, man.
Stunner, no pun intended, that the Canucks in attendance went absolutely mental for. It might have only lasted as long as an episode of Raw at the time, but Canadian Stampede offered value for money 20 times over and holds up to this day.
I don't know if I'd have Canadian Stampede in here. I mean, great crowd, solid show for the 90s, but top 10 best WWE pay-per-view ever? I don't think I could put that in the top 10, man. I don't think I could put that in the top 10. What we got next?
Number 9, Backlash 2000.
Backlash 2000.
When you talk about
Epic.
WWE's best and most
One of the best
consistent
shows of the
years
Attitude
ever, you
Era.
will invariably land upon the year 2000. WWE had the right balance in the first year of the new millennium, with everyone from the opening match to the main event firing on all cylinders and the product having a true something-for-everyone feel about it. That was reflected at Backlash.
Yeah,
which
Backlash
was capped off
2000
by
was
The
lit.
Rock's
I can agree with this
pulsating
one.
WWF title victory over Triple H and a barnstorming
That main
sports
event.
entertainment
Oh, and then
spectacle
Austin come out with
notable
that
for the
big
tight
pop he
turn
had,
of
bro.
Stone Cold Steve
Woohoo!
Austin,
Man,
still in the
goosebumps.
process of recovering from major
This one I can
hip
agree with.
surgery.
I have no
The
issues with this
promotion's
one.
talent roster depth was on full display elsewhere, as Chris's Benoit and Jericho fought hard over the Intercontinental title in a cracking match. Dean Malenko retained his light heavyweight title in a gem with Scotty 2 Hottie. Eddie Guerrero walked away with his European Championship after besting S.A. Rios in an entertaining bout, and Crash Holly emerged from a wild six-pack challenge with his hardcore title. The show also featured a couple of very memorable moments, such as Bubba Ray Dudley finally putting Trish Stratus through a table, and The Big Show cosplaying as Hulk Hogan to squash Kurt Angle.
Big Show as Hulk
For me,
Hogan's
brother,
crazy.
Number 8, WrestleMania XL. It might
WrestleMania
be
40?
recently
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I can rock with this.
Look back fondly on
WrestleMania 40 was
as
incredible,
one of
bro.
WWE's
WrestleMania 40,
best
that's a top
ever
5
pay-per-views
WrestleMania
for
all time
premium
to me.
events if you're a candy ass mark or child. The two-night extravaganza yielded a ton of thrilling action. And
This
no
was a
shortage of
sensational
memorable
show.
WrestleMania
I'm not even gonna let him
moments,
speak. I'm just gonna
starting
speak
with
for
night
myself.
one's opener, where Rhea
I loved
Ripley
WrestleMania
won
40, and I
World
think Cody versus
Championship
Roman
against Becky Lynch. Night
2
one
is
also
the
had
greatest
Sami
WrestleMania
Zayn
main
ending
event of all
Gunther's
time.
record-breaking IC title reign
You saw a lot of
in
great
fashion,
things
and
happen
The
at the
Rock's
show.
first
Shocking
proper match
moments,
in over a decade
big
featured
stars,
Roman
great
Reigns defeating
matches,
Seth Rollins and
just
Cody
pure
Rhodes.
entertainment, man.
As
WrestleMania
enjoyable
40
as
was
night
one for the ages, man.
night 2 was just that much
One for
better.
the ages.
Drew
WrestleMania
McIntyre
40
beating
was
Rollins to win the
incredible.
World Heavyweight title, only to
I don't know if I'd
lose
say it's the
in
greatest
Dean Priest
WrestleMania of
got
all
things
time,
running with style.
but it's a top
Losing
5
the Women's
WrestleMania all
World
time, in my
title by
opinion.
beating Io Sky in a top quality contest was another
That's my
standout
wife, Bailey, in
moment.
case y'all didn't know.
And then in the main event, the American Nightmare finally finished his story and put an end to the Tribal Chief's mammoth
Incredible
title
ending,
reign
man.
in an
Incredible ending.
all-timer.
Incredible show.
Everything else across the weekend,
The
not
ladder
new,
match,
though,
too.
was
Yeah,
also
WrestleMania
worth
40
sitting
was
through.
incredible.
Number 7, SummerSlam 2013. NEW.
Okay, no. Let's be honest here. Before we even dive into this one, there's only really 2 matches on SummerSlam 2013 that everybody talks about that I remember. That's Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan, plus the Randy Orton cash-in and the birth of the Authority afterwards, right, when they screwed Daniel Bryan afterwards. And those are 2 great matches. 2 of the best SummerSlam matches of all time. Those are 2 of the top 10 best SummerSlam matches ever, but anything else on the show, I literally can't remember. So let's see.
WWE pay-per-view with a genuine 5-star match on it is worth checking out, and SummerSlam 2013 had 2 of them. The first was the Best versus the Beast.
Incredible match, bro. That's a top 5 SummerSlam match ever, if you ask me.
Let's face it, probably
That match was so good. So good.
The ultimate David versus Goliath struggle, Brock versus Punk, showcased the very best of both men as they went hell for leather for 30 absorbing minutes.
30 minutes? When was the last time Brock Lesnar had a match for 30 minutes, bro? He don't even do 30-minute matches anymore, I feel like.
The second was the Babyface versus Babyface main
gosh, this was an
event,
incredible
as John
match, too.
Cena defended the WWE title against hand-picked dance partner Daniel Bryan. It was very different to Brock versus
And
Punk,
John Cena
but
had a torn
equally as
tricep.
compelling, ending with the American Dragon getting the clean win and establishing himself as a top guy for good, even if he did lose his title to a cashing-in Randy Orton.
One of the most
moments
shocking
later.
cash-ins of all time,
SummerSlam
too.
2013 also played host to the main roster in-ring
Oh,
debut
Bray
of
Wyatt.
Bray
Is this
Wyatt,
Bray
who
Wyatt
beat
and Kane's
Kane
match?
in
I
a
forgot about
fire
that match.
as well as a short but spirited match
Yeah,
between
see,
the Rhodes Scholars, a
I feel like if
fast-paced
you're going to have a
World
top
Heavyweight title bout
10
between
pay-per-view, you
Alberto
have to
Del
have
Rio
more
and
than just
Christian
2 good
and
matches
much
on it.
more.
Like, you have to
Number
have some
6,
good moments. I
Survivor
don't think
Series
SummerSlam had that.
2002. It
Survivor
might
Series
have felt like
2002,
1996 by the end of the night,
The
given
Elimination
walked away
Chamber.
with
Yeah,
some
Survivor
main
Series
prizes,
2002, I
but
can agree with that,
Survivor
man.
Series 2002
First
was a
ever Elimination
remarkable
Chamber
night
match.
at
Brock
first.
Lesnar
The big one was,
losing to the
of
Big
course,
Show,
the
which was a
first ever
shocking match.
Elimination
That tag team
Chamber
match,
which saw
triple threat tag team match was great. Trish versus Victoria, honestly, is one of the best women's matches WWE had, especially in the Divas era. That was a slept-on match.
Debut for the steel structure, full of thrills and spills. And
If
the
you haven't
ending
seen
of
Trish
the
versus Victoria, I
heartbreak
highly
with
recommend you go
gold
check
was
it
a
out.
moment
Survivor
to
Series
savor.
2002.
Another first saw Brock Lesnar suffer his first televised pinfall loss as Paul Heyman turned on him, allowing the Big Show to beat
That
the
was a
next
big deal.
thing for the WWE title. It was also the first night back in WWE for Scott Steiner.
Scott
as
Steiner,
Big
man,
Papa
the
Pump
greatest
popped
math
the
teacher of
Madison
all
Square
time.
Garden crowd big time with his unannounced appearance. The rest of the card was stuffed with a 6-man table elimination match, a hardcore match for the women's
That match right there
title,
is so good.
Cruiserweight title bout, and a
Cruiserweight title
3-team
match was good.
elimination
Oh, that match too. Yeah. Survivor Series 02 was cooking, boy.
appointments.
Woo!
5, WrestleMania 19.
No. Listen, oh man, I don't want to get nasty. I've said this before. WrestleMania 19 is a good WrestleMania, but it's overhyped, bro. Some people overhype this WrestleMania. There are other WrestleManias I think that are better than this. It's not a bad WrestleMania, but it's most certainly, I don't think it's a top 5 WrestleMania. It's definitely not the best WrestleMania of the Ruthless Aggression era for sure. It's probably maybe second to last, if I'm being honest, because WrestleMania 21 is the best WrestleMania of the Ruthless Aggression era. WrestleMania 22 was better. 24 was definitely better. 23... So maybe if people said WrestleMania 19 was better than 23 and WrestleMania 20, because I think WrestleMania 20 is last anyway, so I'm not going to dispute that. But to me, it's not better than WrestleMania 21. It's not better than WrestleMania 22. It's not better than 24. It's not better than 17. It's not better than 40. It's not even better than WrestleMania 39, bro. 31 is even better if you ask me, bro. Like, I don't know, man. WrestleMania 19, I feel like it's a good WrestleMania. You know, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle had a solid match, but that wasn't even the best Brock and Kurt match of the year. They had a better match at SummerSlam, and they had a better match in the Iron Man match at SmackDown. So that was their least best match of the year, in my opinion. Rock vs. Austin, great match. They always had great matches. Hogan versus Vince was a surprising match too. That was a very good, entertaining match. Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, best match on the show. Great match right there. Like Matt Hardy, Rey Mysterio was cool, and they had some other cool stuff on there too. But Triple H and Booker T, yeah, that wasn't great. I don't know, man. WrestleMania 19, I just feel like it gets overhyped a little bit to me. I just feel like there are other WrestleManias that are better than this one. It's not a bad WrestleMania, so I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad WrestleMania, because it's not. It's a good WrestleMania, but top 10 all-time pay-per-view? I can't agree with that, man. I'm sorry. That's just me, though. That's just me.
19th WrestleMania with 3 or 4 matches that could have realistically gone on last.
Fire match, man.
Went to the first proper one-on-one meeting between Kurt Angle, defending his world title and wrestling with a broken freaking neck, and Brock Lesnar, who almost broke his own freaking neck with that insane shooting
and
star
he was
press
crazy.
attempt. It was a captivating end to what had been a great show chock full of highlights, such as The Rock finally beating Steve Austin on the grandest stage in the last match of Stone Cold's
beautiful match.
Career, Shawn Michaels edging Chris Jericho in an
incredible match,
dream match, Hulk Hogan battering Mr. McMahon in
a very surprising good match,
Booker T toppling that dastardly Triple H
terrible
to win the World Heavyweight strap. Alright, that last part didn't happen, but it's nice to pretend.
Booker T should have won.
The card was rounded out with a decent.
That was a solid opening match too.
A canny women's title triple threat,
yeah, tag team match was that wasn't great either. Nathan Jones was supposed to be in that match right there. Nathan Jones.
He was absolutely terrible. Number 4, SummerSlam 2002.
Yes, absolutely. The best SummerSlam of all time still to this day, bro.
Better than 2002's iteration of the event. It kicked off with an exhilarating first-time meeting.
The opening match, beautiful match.
Setting the tone for what was
Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, man, they always had good matches. Jericho and Flair was pretty solid as well. Edge and Eddie Guerrero had a very good feud in 02, by the way. Very good feud. If you haven't checked it out, I recommend you go check it out. That was okay.
The ultra-popular odd couple duo of Booker T and Goldust in a heated match, after which Rob Van Dam regained the Intercontinental
That was a solid match too.
Chris Benoit
that was a solid match.
Style bout. The Undertaker's well-received victory for America over
that was okay.
dastardly un-American test was then followed by one of the most
arguably the best SummerSlam match ever. Yeah, my gosh, bro. Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement to wrestle in jeans and cowboy boots. Still amazes me, bro. Shawn Michaels is just him, bro. He's so good. He's so good. And then that main event, bro. People be sleeping on this main event. It's a top 10 SummerSlam match all time. I don't care what nobody says, bro. They be sleeping on this main event. This main event was phenomenal. Phenomenal main event. Oh, I see. Money in the Bank 2011. I don't think it's a top 10 pay-per-view all time because it only has one great match on the show, and this was this match right here. Now, this was a 5-star match right here, okay? One of the best matches of the 2010s. One of the top 10 best matches of the 2010s. This was a WrestleMania-worthy match, but everything else on the show, Randy Orton and Christian, they had good matches too, so that was okay. That was a decent match too. But what else happened on the show? I think Mark Henry and Big Show, when Mark Henry put Big Show to the announce table, that was cool. Who won Money in the Bank in 2011? Was it Daniel Bryan and Del Rio? Oh, yeah. See, Del Rio and Daniel Bryan. I don't think this is a top 10 PLE all-time. Sorry, pay-per-view all-time either, man. I don't know about top 10 all time. I can't get with that.
But it's worth remembering that the rest of the show was also pretty damn good.
It was okay.
Is the stuff of legend. Yes, the Chicago crowd were positively electric throughout it.
This match stands out more than anything, though. Obviously, I mean, it's Punk vs. Cena in Chicago.
It was exhilarating to watch the straight-edge superstar get the elusive clean W and walk out of WWE.
Top 10 though, all time. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm feeling that one.
Reliving it all in my head and forgot my point there. What was it again? Oh yeah, the rest of the show, which featured 2 sensational Money in the Bank ladder matches and a customarily excellent World Heavyweight Championship.
Christian and Orton was a good man. They had good matches all year, so.
Match and Mark Henry's decisive victory over the
I don't know.
In the memory, but the show itself.
I don't know about top 10 pay-per-view all time, man. I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not feeling that one.
Number 2, ECW One Night Stand.
The first one or the second one?
ECW in name, but One Night Stand.
05? See, 2006 was better. I thought 2006 was the better One Night Stand, especially with that main event. I mean, Cena versus John Cena, Rey Mysterio and Sabu. I mean, I get why this one is on here because they brought back ECW for the first time since Vince had bought it, and it was like OG ECW vibes in the ECW arena. It was big time, but One Night Stand 06 to me was the better show. I think One Night Stand for sure was better than 2005.
Did their thing and did it well. Rey Mysterio and Psychosis did what they could in the time allowed. Sabu reminded everyone what he was capable of while beating Rhino. Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, even on an off day, were better than many on their best day. Masato Tanaka and Mike Awesome.
Yeah, Benoit and Guerrero didn't really have a great match like that. I think 2006 was the better ECW show. I mean, that's just me. Especially with that main event alone, bro. And then, like I said, you had Sabu, Rey Mysterio, and other matches too. WrestleMania X7. So this is number 1. Okay, there's definitely some PLEs missing that I need to talk about. So WrestleMania 17 obviously is one of the best WrestleManias of all time. Many people consider it to be the greatest WrestleMania of all time. But where is WrestleMania 21? How was WrestleMania 21 not on this list? WrestleMania 21 doesn't. The first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, one of the best opening matches. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Both Cena and Batista both becoming world champion for the first time ever on the same night. How was WrestleMania 21 not on this list? Clash at the Castle 2022 should also be on this list. I think Clash at the Castle in 2022 is one of the best WWE pay-per-views they've ever done. Now, if you're not counting NXT, because NXT TakeOver New Orleans and TakeOver New York could definitely be on here, so I'm assuming they're not counting NXT. So TakeOver New Orleans and TakeOver New York would be on here if we're counting NXT, but Clash at the Castle 2022 I think is a top 10 WWE pay-per-view of all time as well. The main event, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, was incredible. Dom turning heel that night, that was great. Plus that tag team match was also great as well. Sheamus versus Gunther. My gosh, that was incredible. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, they had a great match. Damage Control versus Bianca, and I can't remember who our partners were, but that tag team match opened the show, and that was a good match as well. That was solid. So, Clash at the Castle 2022, I would put on here. Definitely WrestleMania 21. I'm baffled WrestleMania 21 is not on this list. I am absolutely baffled WrestleMania 21 is not on this list, bro. I'm hurt, bro. I am hurt. WrestleMania 24 could definitely be on the list. The Belfast Brawl opened the show. Money in the Bank when CM Punk won. Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, career-threatening match. Triple threat match with Cena, Orton, and Triple H. Undertaker versus Edge in the main event. Mayweather and Big Show, one of the best celebrity matches. WrestleMania 24 could definitely be on here as well. Come on, like... WrestleMania 31 could be on here too, bro. Like, WrestleMania 39 could be on here. There's a lot of WrestleManias I guess you could be on here, so you kind of got to spread it out. But WrestleMania 21 for sure should be on here. Clash at the Castle, I think, should be on here as well. WrestleMania 24 has an argument. If NXT is included, no way you can't have NXT TakeOver New Orleans and TakeOver New York on. Like, that has to be on here, bro. If you don't want to have TakeOver New York, okay, but TakeOver New Orleans, that definitely has to be on here if you ask me. TakeOver New York, that has to be on here too, so yeah. I'm not feeling this list, man. I feel like there were some misses, bro. There were some misses. There were some right ones, but there were definitely some misses. Some of the, like, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam 2013, like, those had a couple of good matches or, like, one good match on the show that made it stand out. Everything else, to me, was kind of neutral or forgettable. Some of that stuff I forgot was even on the show, and that says a lot if you ask me. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it different, y'all. Maybe I'm looking at it different. Maybe y'all disagree with me and think otherwise. Maybe y'all like the list. If y'all like the list and y'all rock with the list, then hey, kudos to you, bro. I mean, I don't want to say it's a terrible list, but to not have WrestleMania 21, that's criminal if you ask me. That's absolutely criminal, bro. No way you can't convince me that WrestleMania 21 isn't a top 10 WWE pay-per-view all time, bro. I'm not going for that, bro. Can't nobody tell me on that, bro. Clash at the Castle, I think, should be on there as well. The first one. That was an incredible show. I don't know, man. They definitely have some misses on here. We had Canadian Stampede, I wouldn't put on here. Backlash 2000, I'm cool with that. WrestleMania 40, yep. SummerSlam 2013, I disagree. Survivor Series 2002, that's definitely fine. WrestleMania 19, nope. SummerSlam 2002, yep. Let's see. Money in the Bank 2011 should not be on here. That's number 3. Oh, yeah, that definitely, no, I can't agree with that one. ECW One Night Stand, that wasn't even the best One Night Stand. 2006 to me was better. So, and then WrestleMania X7, I'll never argue with that. That's WrestleMania X7 for a reason. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this list, bro. Cultureholic, I think y'all swung a no hitter on this one, bro. I think y'all struck out, bro. You had 3 strikes and y'all struck out to me, man. Baseball terms. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking, like I said, maybe I'm looking at it differently. I don't know. Maybe my opinion is just a little bit different than everybody else's, but let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comment section, man.